Okay, we're going to open up the meeting with a moment of silent meditation and prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have present with us today is Debbie McBreen, the Council Assistant Secretary. Phil Worster, our engineer. We have Ken Ferris, our Assistant Attorney, Co-Attorney. We have Mr. Joe Pizzo, our Solicitor. We have the Honorable Mayor Joseph DiGirolamo. We have Vice President Ed Kisselback. And we have our Secretary, Stacy Champion, or our member, Stacy Champion, yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
you
sir,
have my
I'm
name
sorry.
right. Do you
I'm
know how to
sorry.
spell it?
Yes, S-T-A-C-E-Y.
Thank you. Somebody can
okay.
spell it right.
Yeah. And then we have our council member, Joe Polari. Unfortunately, Michelle Benitez had a personal matter. It came up in her family today, and she's unable to make the meeting this evening. Okay, we have public comments on agenda items. You'll have an opportunity to speak as each item comes up. Seeing no one come forward, we'll close the initial agenda public comment. We'll have public comment at the end. Okay, approval of council minutes for the meeting September 29th, 2025. I looked at it, I didn't see anything myself. Does anybody see any changes that need to be made?
I'll put a motion in to approve the minutes for council meeting September 29th, 2025.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any against? Any abstains? Okay, so the minutes are approved. Okay, next on the agenda is consideration and preliminary and final land development for CCT Partnership, care of Mike Markham, President, 4600 Street Road. And we have an attorney here representing the client.
Yeah, good evening, Matt McHugh, attorney.
Matt, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Good to see everyone.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Here on behalf of CCT Partnership, they're the legal owner of 4600 Street Road, the Trevose Corporate Center. Just note for the record, initially I handed up my service documents to Mr. Pizzo's office. I believe those are in order. We're here seeking preliminary final land development approval for the redevelopment of the corporate center. I think everyone's familiar with the property on Street Road. The plan is to demolish the existing 3 office buildings that are out there and redevelop them with a 23,300 square foot grocery store that is on the plan right. And on the left would be a combination 12,600 square foot building that would consist of approximately 10,100 square feet of retail and restaurant uses, and then 2,450 square feet of a restaurant, coffee shop with a drive-through. We have review letters from your consultants, which I think are fairly clean and will comply on all of those. We're seeking a couple of waivers, which I'll go through in a moment. But we did go before the Planning Commission last week and did get a recommendation of approval from them, but they did have some revisions which are shown in the color handout, which is on the screen, and also which I passed up to your seats before we came out this evening. And I'll just go through those briefly. On the left-hand side of the plan, we updated the drive-through lane behind the building to provide for a bypass lane at the recommendation of the Planning Commission. So you'll see now there's a loading area. Behind the building, there's a striped loading area, then the actual drive-through lane, and then a separate bypass lane for vehicles that are looking to exit out of the drive-through or for emergency responders. And that was updated and reviewed, I believe, by the Township Engineer's Office as well. Also, on the left-hand side of that building, to the left corner, right at the front right corner of the proposed retail restaurant building, there was a little fence added that will protect people from pedestrians from walking over into the drive-through lane. That was at the request of the Planning Commission. We also relocated the dumpsters. They were originally located right at the edge of that crosswalk. They've now been pushed to the back parking aisles. I think that's a better circulation and less conflict. And then also in front of the grocery store, some concerns were expressed about traffic going towards the drive-through in front of in conflict with the pedestrians. So we've added a speed table there, lengthy speed hump, which we think will act to deter speeding through that area and avoiding pedestrian conflict. The plan is, other than those changes, is what's been in front of you, what's been reviewed by your consultants. Happy to answer any questions, or I can have our engineer or Clace go over anything else that you guys may have questions about.
Okay, so people know there's condo offices there now, right?
Correct.
There's 3 buildings,
I
you
believe
said?
there's 3 buildings,
They're
yeah.
gone, aren't they?
They've been demolished, sorry.
That's
I
what
drive by
yeah,
it,
that
so
was
I'm like,
originally
I
there.
did.
Yep.
Thank you, that's, I kept trying to.
Yeah,
ask.
I worked at 4800 Street Road for about 10 years, so I kind of remember them. They weren't the nicest condo offices.
We think this will be a nice improvement, yeah.
Okay, and then the drive-through, I assume, is for one person, one user drive-through?
Right, it's going to be it'll be a coffee shop towards the bottom portion of that building.
Okay.
That'll be the drive-through associated with them.
Okay.
I saw that. What's new, did you say, Matt? Did you
The
say-
drive-through, no, we just added we reconfigured how it's going to work from an access perspective by providing the bypass lane
And the fence?
and the fence
speed
to
bump.
avoid pedestrian conflict. So the drive-through's always been proposed on the plan. All it is a matter of restriping and utilizing the area so that we can make sure we get the loading, the actual drive-through cars, and then a bypass for people looking to get out or for emergency vehicles.
And did you say it's coffee shop? Is that?
Intended to be a coffee shop, yeah.
Okay, do you have a user for the grocery store, potential user? Okay.
Yes.
That's good, you have to
Is that,
say.
who would that be, do you know? Sprouts, right?
Yep.
Okay, which is a pretty good brand.
It's a higher-end.
It's a specialty.
Specialty grocery store. You'll see it's a smaller footprint than what you see from your Giants, your Acmes, which take up larger spaces. This is a smaller specialty-type produce, or specialty-type grocery store.
And they're somewhat comparable to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's from what I've.
I think that's
read as
yeah.
I've seen them pop
Yeah.
up around.
That's a fair comparison.
And that's almost a food desert in a sense, because the closest place is Giant all the way down at
pretty far,
Mechanicsville,
yeah.
or Acme or Giant.
Yeah.
All
up
the way
at
in
Feast
Feast
Row.
Absolutely,
So
I
it's nice
mean-
that these neighborhoods right here will
Yeah.
have some place to run and grab some things, the people down off Trevose Avenue, and then the people across the way.
Yeah, we think it fits a very important need here in this area.
And it's fresh food, too, right? It's fresh stuff.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, and the coffee shop, are you going for a Starbucks, or you don't know, or you?
Yeah, it's it's not been decided yet, but it's intended to be some type of user like that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, someone that sells good coffee, I would assume, higher-end coffee. Okay, does anybody have any questions besides going through the waivers that he's requesting, or, I mean, we did kind of look at this for a while. And then the retention, I did get some calculations on it today. That's going to be performing better than it is now.
Sure, I
right?
mean, I think the complex was built in the 80s, so we're updating and putting in new stormwater management facilities, which will comply with current township standards, DEP standards. So it'll be an improvement from a stormwater management perspective.
And then, Phil, your office was good with the percentages and the study that was given in reference to it? Okay, so that should be good. Okay, are you making that wider or doing any improvements to it, or just kind of, is it the drain itself, are you doing
Sure,
anything
I'm
to
going
it?
to have Mr. Clace, our engineer, just
Yeah.
address that briefly. He'll give you whatever information you need on stormwater.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening.
Light at the intersection, I'm sorry.
What's that?
Is there a light?
There's a light, it's an existing signalized intersection. We're going to continue to
I
utilize that.
thought that was exactly where it was.
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing a few things stormwater management-wise. There's an existing basin plan left, the darker green area. We're modifying that and updating it to today's standards. We're
Okay,
putting
good.
amended engineered soil in it. We're making it slightly larger. We also are putting you can see the dashed rectangles on the plan. They're a little hard to see, but they're between the sprouts and the building to the left. We're putting 2 underground basins as well. When we're talking about rate control, currently, in the 100-year storm, it's 99 CFS leaving the site. We're taking it down to 36. So we're
Okay.
reducing the flow by a third.
Okay, good.
And volume-wise, right now, for the 2-year storm, it's about 26,000 cubic feet, that volume that leaves. We're taking that down to 9. So again, we're reducing it to a third. So volume and rate, we're greatly improving stormwater management from this area.
Okay, good. And then, I don't know if you would answer this or you, but it looks like you have plenty of parking for what you're putting in here, right? Is that correct, or?
Yeah, we
So you
believe
don't,
that this is more than adequate parking. We worked through, from a calculation perspective, kind of maximize that.
okay.
Is this I'll address to Phil, is this an increase of square footage in terms of impact fees?
Mr. Kispek, I don't know whether there's an impact fee specific.
I
It
didn't
does
see
say,
one.
it does say on
I didn't see one,
page.
that's why
Yeah,
I'm asking.
Well, it says on page 2 or 3.
It's a comment
it
in the
says-
traffic review letter, and that's something we'll work out with
Yeah.
with the traffic engineer. There was some
On
comments
page 2 or 3,
on.
it says that traffic impact fee will be necessary for the project.
We did not calculate the impact fee yet.
You didn't calculate it,
That'll
but
be done.
you agree with whatever's calculated?
Yeah, we're
you'll
still
pay.
working through, it's based off what's in the study, so there's some comments in the study that we'll work through those calculations.
But-
We understand there's a fee associated with the
There will
project.
be an impact fee, and
Yes.
whatever it's determined by our engineers or.
Yeah, we
agreed
acknowledge
upon,
that.
You'll be okay with, okay,
And agree to what the engineer decides.
right?
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
To answer your direct question, the square footage is almost identical to what was there before, but the trips are different.
Okay.
Depending on the use, exactly. Okay. Thanks. Should ask you.
Okay, and we can ask questions afterwards, I guess, too.
Sure.
but What waivers are you actually asking for?
Sure, so we have 6 waivers, they're pretty standard ones that I think.
Okay, and what page, are they page 2?
I've handed out, there's a separate handout that I passed up. It says, requested waivers. And I got other ones if you can't locate them.
I don't see it on mine. Oh, there it is, okay, I got it, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, my secretary's not here, so.
Does everyone have one?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so the first one, a waiver from 201-41 and 201-61, which is the waiver for preliminary and final combined. I think council's pretty familiar with that. We feel we're in a position, based on the plans for both preliminary and final.
Okay, and that's what's in front of us tonight.
That's what's in front of you this evening,
Right,
correct?
okay.
201-41D9, that's just a requirement that we provide all existing features within 400 feet and utility easements and right-of-ways within 50 feet of the development. We're not providing all of that detail. We'll certainly work with the township engineer. If they request any additional detail, we'll provide that, but we're not providing full survey detail on that level.
Okay, and that's kind of common, too.
It's a standard waiver.
Okay.
201-106A2A6, which is, doesn't allow for grading at the property line, within 3 feet of the property line. We have some grading that's shown within 3 feet of the property line for at the entrances, the landscaping, stormwater management, et cetera.
But overall, the stormwater management's being approved?
Correct,
Right, okay.
absolutely, yes.
All right, go ahead.
201-112D, that requires a planting strip with a width of 10 feet and a minimum width of 7 feet between the edge of the parking area and the outside wall of the nearest building. This is providing basically foundation plantings for the Sprouts building. There's not going to be plantings between the building and the parking area. I
Okay.
think that's standard when you see at a grocery store. There's not live vegetation there.
Okay,
196-61B1, this relates, or no, I'm sorry, 196-47 2B1B, which is detail showing locations of all existing and proposed utilities, sanitary sewers, septic systems, wells, et cetera. This is similar to the other waiver, just relates to the stormwater management detail. So again, we'll provide whatever details requested by the township engineer, but we're seeking a waiver.
Okay.
And then 196-61B1, this deals with a waiver to allow for storm sewer pipes that are less than 18 inches in diameter, which again, I think is a pretty standard waiver in these types of situations.
Okay,
So those were the 6 waivers. We had asked for approval of both the plan and for the waivers, but happy to answer any other questions you might have.
Did you say D, you asked for the approval of the engineer on D also? Is that correct?
On D, yes,
Okay, and then of course C too.
correct.
Okay.
okay, and then where you're coming in and out, there's an existing light now?
There's a signalized intersection that we're continuing to utilize.
Is that across from Toscana's light kind of?
Correct.
Okay. And then, of course, you'll have to do anything that PennDOT would.
Right,
need
we're going to have
do.
to have PennDOT permitting through this. Even though it's an existing driveway, we're working through that process.
Okay.
So it'll have a straight and a turning lane, or straight turning and right?
So there'll be I think it's straight and right and then left out.
Okay, does anybody, see, there's not that many waivers, actually, most of them are standard ones that we do, but, for this kind of project. But, does anybody have any other questions? And then as far as the, it looks like anything with the fire department, you,
We'll
was a will
certainly will
comply?
comply, yes.
I didn't see much on their letter, but, so we'll comply. Okay, and everything from the planning commission that was suggested, even though it's our planning commission,
Yep.
it was what you
Yeah,
already made
I think
those
we
changes.
incorporated it all into the revised plan
Yeah,
that's
I think
before you.
they were good adjustments, too.
Yeah, and they said they would turn it around any comments. We didn't receive anything additional from them.
Okay, that's great. That's, and it's all good stuff that they asked you to do. Okay, if there's no questions from anybody, Joe, they have all their paperwork in order as far as being able to handle this tonight, right?
Yes, Mr. McHugh provided me this evening with a copy of the notice to adjacent property owners. Everything appears to be in order.
Okay, and then, is there,
I have a question.
do you have a question, a further question? Yeah,
I do
yeah.
have a question, if you'd be kind enough, and I think Stacy also may have the same question, but on the bottom left corner, where it says proposed employee parking, 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 5 parking spaces there.
Yes,
On the left, okay. Now, if that were taken out of the equation, would you still have enough parking with the rest of the parking throughout the,
yes.
do you think,
Go ahead, you go.
do you think that's, necessary to have that there? Because it seems like it was going to squeeze everything in pretty tight, as opposed to if it was not there, you could come out of that with the bypass lane and the other lane and such, and maneuver there very easily. But with that, it seems like you're going to like turn real quick and turn right and left.
I'm just thinking of the stacking at the exit.
And with the,
Is there room for someone to back out of one of those spots and get it out on Street
Do you know what I'm
Road?
saying? Yeah.
As opposed to having it, they're not dealing with the people in the
Yeah.
drive-through lane.
Thanks, Mark.
I don't know how much, I can see what you're saying, but I don't know what it,
yeah, I'm saying, can you
I don't
eliminate
know
those
what that
5
is.
spots? And you said yes.
they're coming here.
Numbers wise, we're required to have 180, we're proposing 187, but our traffic engineer.
Well, I would rather.
Yeah,
I
Mark
can do
Roth
5
with
less
Bowman,
spots.
I'm the traffic engineer. Really, those 5 spaces are, once again, for employees only. So once they come to the center to work, they'll park there and leave when they're done their shift. The only traffic from the site that would be going into that area, other than those employees, would be anybody that has to be in the bypass lane. So it's only the bypass lane traffic that would enter that area.
Exactly.
Everyone else from the drive-through will come back into the main parking field to exit. So that's and to Stacy, to your question, that particular movement from that area to the entrance to the shopping center is one way out. So people entering off of Street Road are not permitted to make a left into that area. Everyone has to enter the site and go to the right towards the Sprouts building.
So when you're exiting,
Yes,
everybody's going to be stacking up against the green and the shrubbery coming out of the main little entrance at the, I shouldn't say little, but at the main entrance at the grocery store
that's
area.
correct. The intent here was because of the short throat length
Yes.
that exists today, difficult to prevent that or redesign it in any way. So the landscaped island that is kind of between the proposed coffee shop and then runs towards the Sprouts building, the cars exiting would be stacked there, would line up there. So that would be an extension of the driveway throat.
Okay, so someone to get on there, because it says bypass lanes, like the second lane of the drive-through?
Yes,
Okay, so cars that are waiting for coffee don't go in the bypass lane? Is that what you're saying?
they do not go into the bypass lane. People
Right.
waiting for coffee will stay in the drive-through lane.
Drive-through lane. So the bypass lane's open to come back?
I'm not necessarily as worried about the bypass lane and that exit on
Well,
that
I'm just saying,
side.
getting to that is through the bypass, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody.
The only exits out to the street
Correct.
road.
Anyone getting coffee will have to pick up their coffee at the window, which is beyond that opening.
I know, but do people know at the entrance to the bypass lane it's for employees only?
Oh,
Like how,
I'm more worried about the stacking. I'm not as worried about the
stacking
parking.
from where?
Leaving and to get out, because at the actual light, you only can get, what, 2 cars potentially, or 3 cars maybe? And then they'll be stacked up going towards the grocery store.
Right, with no other movement
No other
occurring.
No one can make a left across that.
No one will make a left across that.
To go
So-
into there.
Correct.
But
So
it's still-
everybody will
I-
just turn and just create a line? Is what you're saying? There won't be any like stop, so to allow,
Well, the people, maybe I can,
I think the point Mark's trying to make is the number of people coming from the bypass lane or from those 5 spaces is so low.
I'm not worried about the bypass
no,
lane.
no.
I'm just asking, where is everybody who's coming from the grocery store going to sit and wait to get out? If there's only 2 or 3
Yeah, but
spots.
They're going-
He's saying there's only, he's saying that the number of employees are just, it's going to be marked employees only, right? So people would know not to park there?
two different questions, I guess.
It doesn't matter if it's employees or not employees.
I know
The
it-
point is, the maneuvering, when you get to that corner, is going to be, you come out, you have to make a left, a right, and left.
Yeah, well, employees
The
aren't
other
going to come
way-
in and out,
yeah,
though. That's the
let me
point.
finish what I'm saying.
Okay, but it does make a difference. You said it doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't make a difference, because whether it's an employee's car or a customer's car, it's still a
Well,
car.
customer's going to leave, though. Employee's going to stay for 6 hours.
Which is
8
even
hours.
worse, as far as what I see.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, and whatever the council decides is fine, but the point I'm making is, it's a heck of a lot easier to come straight down and make a left-hand turn and come out on the right, as opposed to making a right-hand turn, left-hand right-hand turn. If it's not necessary, if you have the appropriate parking, it's not necessary to
So I
have the
think
parking
he's saying,
in there.
extend the island and let the bypass lane go straight.
Exactly. Take the island out, come straight down.
Take out the
and you're coming
parking.
out.
If we don't need the parking, that's when,
Yeah, so I think the intent of the bypass lanes for emergency circumstances, you're going to want them to have the most direct access back out to Street Road. If they have to reroute through the entire site.
we don't want them to reroute. All we're saying is,
No,
those
and I
5
agree with
parking.
what you're saying. I
He's
agree
saying maybe
exactly what you're
emergency
saying.
vehicles or whatever.
So
Exactly
where the
what you're
5
saying.
parking spots are,
Yeah.
just take them out so
Take 'em
people go
out.
straight and then make a left to get into a stacking area, right
Right.
here. I don't have a big pointer, but
You're-
right there.
Right, you're,
Instead of having to come around that little, because, if you have an expedition, I have an expedition, if I was to come out there, that's going to be like a hard,
Yeah,
right?
right, left, as opposed to just making a left.
Just
and you're
coming
out.
straight and then going. So if you extended the island down slightly, that's all I'm saying.
If it caused a problem with the parking numbers, then maybe we'd have to look at it differently. But since it doesn't, it would make sense just to take it
You
out.
say it does or it doesn't cause a
It
problem?
doesn't.
it does not.
Yeah. Do you have a problem taking it out, Mark?
No, we can take it out.
No.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. to
Again,
me
talk
either.
to you again.
Okay, so then you would leave the bypass lane for emergency services?
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
think what you're asking is to the island there where the 3 trees are. You're asking to extend that island
Just
slightly,
slightly.
bring the bypass down straight and make it a 90-degree turn and have them come into the access just like the other side.
Yes,
Yeah, you could do that.
I
You
do
could
want
do
to be
that.
clear where we want the bypass lane to go. So we still want the bypass lane to come out to the front driveway.
Correct?
we don't want that little triangle there, that little thing that has the
Yes.
little lines in it. Just go straight,
Right here.
that's
And
all.
then take
Come
the
down.
And
parking.
the parking won't be there, they don't have to worry about cars,
Yeah.
because there won't be cars parked.
It'll be
Exactly.
it'll be more 90-degree.
Yep.
Yep,
Thank
You
you,
got it.
Mr. Roth, I appreciate that very
You're,
much.
Okay, so
you're welcome. I'm glad
we'll
we
make-
could work through that.
we can make that a condition of the approval. And then also, we would need the 6 waivers and then the condition about the parking.
Yeah.
And then I guess when you're going through the traffic study, it will be that you can't block this area, like do not block.
Yeah, we'll
All
put
that type of
appropriate
stuff.
signage. And
So
we'll
if
just
somebody's-
have to- And we'll have to run, emergency truck movements to make sure they can make those movements there.
So, okay.
Maybe you want to put a pickleball little court there. What do you think?
On top of the,
Make everybody happy.
Pickleball's a little overdone.
Ah, okay.
That's Padel now. Padel's the new one.
Could,
people are getting eye injuries, they say now, because of their
All right, other than that, I
lack
think
of
it's a great plan.
reflexes.
I think
Okay.
it's good that we have a food store up that way.
Okay, is there any other questions from council? Okay, is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak for or against this project?
Al, so would we.
Okay, so seeing no one come forward,
We have enough
we'll close
champions up
public comment. Okay, and there's no additional, we would need a motion to include the 6 waivers that are labeled in the additional waiver request with the proper numbers, and then also the removal of the parking for the employee parking and the extension of the island out front. Is that correct, Joe, or?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Certainly. Okay, so does someone want to make a motion?
Do you want to do it, Stacey?
I'll do it. So I'll put a motion forward for the preliminary and final land development plan for tax parcel map, or at 4600 Street Road, tax parcel map 02003007. The 6 waivers would be for 20141, 20161 is waiver 1, 201-41D9, waiver 2, waiver 3 is 201-106A2A6, waiver 4 is 201-112D.
With engineer approval. With engineering.
With engineering approval, I was going to say that at the end.
Oh, okay, well, I'm just,
That's okay. 190, waiver number 5, 196-47, 2B, 1B with engineering approval, waiver number 6, 196-6B1 with engineering waiver approval, the changing of the bypass lane to be straight and taking out this slight triangle in employee parking spots and extending the landscaping area down slightly. Also, the impact fee will be determined and will comply, and then any and all PennDOT improvements and requests and anything as related to traffic design. And the fire department review to ensure that all the,
Okay, Mr. Pizzo, do you need any clarifications before we do a second, or?
The record should reflect that the engineer's review that Ms. Champion is referring to is the review performed by the Township Engineer WK2 dated October 7, 2025, all items of which are will comply items. Township Traffic Engineer review of the same date, October 7, 2025, all of which are will comply items, including the traffic impact fee issue and the fire rescue review that Ms. Champion referenced is dated September 2nd, 2025, all of which are will comply items as well. The waivers which Ms. Champion referenced are in the document provided by the applicant this evening, entitled Requested Waivers, August 15, 2025, for 4600 Street Road, I'm sorry.
And Mr. Paz, I would also
Yes,
add the
I think that's
recommendations of the Bensalem Township Planning Commission, which we've shown in our updated exhibit, but haven't been formally resubmitted as of yet.
Yes, that would be, I believe, part of the motion as well.
And
Okay.
also the PennDOT highway occupancy permit?
Yes, understood and acknowledged.
Thank
You
you.
want to amend your
I'll
motion?
amend as what Mr. Pizzo had stated,
Okay.
my motion.
Okay, we have an amended motion. Okay, is there a second on the motion?
Second the motion.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any against? Any abstains? Okay, so we're good. Well, good luck, all
Great,
right?
thank you for your time this
I
evening.
think it's going to be a big improvement there. It'll be nice.
So what do you think once you get everything, how long will it take to build? I know you have to do all the permitting.
No, it's about 12 to 15 months, but yeah, we gotta figure out the items so we can have that, right?
Okay.
Once you start going, it's,
We start in spring,
Okay, good.
good, that'll be nice for up there.
and push in the water and that stuff.
Make him earn his keep.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, good luck.
night. See you guys.
Nice seeing you, Matt. Haven't seen you for a while.
After 30 years, I wanted to do that, now they're doing it.
Okay, next, number 6 on the agenda is consideration of an ordinance approving the request of Flying Pig Bensalem LLC to transfer liquor license R21378 into the township, repealing all inconsistent ordinances and establishing an effective date thereof. Mr. Pizzo, do you have anything else on this, or?
No, I don't believe so, Mr. Knowles. As you stated, this is an intermunicipal liquor license transfer for the property on Bristol Pike in Andalusia. I believe it was the former Andalusia Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
So
Former Cheers, former
the
Backyard.
transfer would be for the opening of a Flying Pig, which is a national restaurant
Okay, good.
chain. The applicant has provided all of the necessary documentation for the transfer to be approved, and the ordinance has been duly advertised as required by the township code. So the ordinance is in a form acceptable for your consideration and approval this evening.
This might be a reach, but I'm assuming they have pork sandwiches of some kind? Is it the type of establishment this?
I believe that would be on the menu, yes, sir.
Okay.
It could be one of those chicken
Unless
things,
the
you know?
pig flies fast enough that they can't catch
I
it.
guess. Okay, so the old
Could be one of those Chick-fil-A
Andalusia
tricks.
Grill, Cheers Backyard location is going to be a Flying Pig. Okay, which is a national chain. I've never really heard of them. I'll have to look it up and see what they're about. Okay, so that's good they're going there, though. That seems like a very nice spot for them. Okay, does anybody else have any questions in reference to this?
And as council will recall, this site was the subject of a fire, I believe, last year.
Yeah.
So the bar restaurant would be going into the area that was gutted by the fire.
And it'll be brand-new restaurant.
That is correct.
Yeah, establishment. Good, be nice. I'm sure it's going to be really nice. Okay, is there any questions from council? Do we need public comment offers on this, or no?
Yes. it's-
You should at least
Okay, yeah.
afford the
Is there-
opportunity, but inasmuch as there's only one member of the public here,
Okay. Is there anybody who would like to come forward in reference to their approval or denial of the Flying Pig transfer of the liquor license? Okay. All right. Seeing no one come forward, we'll close public comment. Does someone make a motion that we
I'll put it
approve this
forward,
ordinance?
Mr. President, if you're ready, that
Yep.
we pass the consideration of this ordinance for the transfer of the liquor license number 21378, and that's for the establishment called the, quote, Flying Pig of Bensalem.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any abstains? No? Okay, so it's unanimous. Okay. Number 7 on the agenda is public comment. Is there anybody who would like to come up just to make a public comment? Thank you. Okay, seeing no movement, we'll close public comment. Other business? Deb, do you have any other business? Okay, Phil, do you have other business?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, Mr. First, do you have any other business?
No other business.
Okay, Mr. Pizzo?
Nothing further than this evening, other than to wish everyone a happy Halloween, and please, everyone out there, have a safe one.
Okay. Mayor, do you have any other?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff.
Okay,
No
go ahead.
mention. They call forth, no mention.
Mayor DiGirolamo? I'll turn.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I want to bring people up to date on Imagination Land. It was closed on October 6th. Imagination Land, as we speak, is being rebuilt state-of-the-art for all-inclusive. And this merry-go-round for wheelchairs, everything. It's all state-of-the-art, so weather permitting, it should be done from tonight in a couple of weeks, and that'll be done. They had, I don't know how many people went out, I think, Stacy, you were there, for the annual Family Fun Fright?
Yes,
It's,
it was. It was very nice. It was a nice
I don't know if anybody else
turnout.
went. I couldn't make it.
It was a very nice turnout.
Yeah.
They did a great job. The pumpkin patch was good. The mini golf guy, the kids love the mini golf, and the face painter
Yeah, I
was
heard
there.
it was a big
It
success.
was a good success. It was
That's
nice.
Parks and Rec doing all
They
these
do a
things,
great
you
job.
know.
It's the third year, correct? The
Yes.
third, and the second year we
Yep.
sold out?
And annual tree lighting's coming up on December 13th. It's at 5 PM right here at the township. Yeah, you can, and for the kids, letters to Santa, right? That's going to be done, and from here, they can have their letters ready. The deadline for letters is December 16th, so get those kids out there writing your letters. Santa's coming. He loves Bensalem, though. Santa, come on, he's so good to us here. Let's see what else we got coming up here. Oh, concert season passes are going on sale before the holiday. No, they do. A lot of people buy them for Christmas.
Wow,
So they're going on sale. Yeah, they sell a lot for Christmas.
good thinking.
Yeah, so you got to remember that. And of course, the biggest thing for all of us is Veterans Day, Tuesday, November 11th. That's township will be closed that day. But any information, it's always on our website, you know, or call the township, and any information you need. So we'll keep up to date. There's a lot happening. So everybody and.
And Mayor, the Imagination Land, the new equipment, the brand-new playground, I know there's grants involved and stuff, but what's the total amount we're putting towards that?
It's $1 million.
$1 million, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I was actually,
And we got grants towards
and we
it.
got grants towards it. I was just happy to see, from the time they removed the old facility, which this one's going to be safer, better equipment. The other one was getting up there, could start being dangerous. From the time they removed it, I was concerned when I saw them remove it. I go, now when are they going to start putting the new one in?
Yeah.
And within days, they were bringing in new equipment.
Actually, we were held up because when you
Yeah.
get grants, you had to go through the process.
Oh, yeah.
With the state, and they held us up a little bit till we
Yeah,
got
but
the
once
okay.
we took the other one down, the other one
And
went
it's
up pretty
amazing
fast.
what they're doing. You can't believe the footings that they're put on there, you know. the
Yeah, it's going to be
concrete.
nice.
It's incredible.
How far down?
Pardon me?
How far did they go down? Pretty far then?
4 feet.
Yeah, because I mean, I try not to read too much social media stuff, but they were saying, oh, we're removing the playground, we're not going to have anywhere for the kids to play.
Well, if
But
anybody,
we're
if
putting $1
anybody
million,
watched Bensalem for
we're
all
putting,
the years
we're
we've been
increasing
here.
it by $1 million. We're putting $1 million
And it can be used
playground.
year-round,
Year-round, yep.
As long as the snow's not real deep.
as long as, it's yes, but I mean, weather permitting.
Yeah.
And,
year-round.
and you'll be able to use the sliding board now, Joe.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Okay, Mr. Polari, do you have any? Nothing, no comments? Okay. Miss Stacy Champion with the EY, any comments?
I don't know if anybody saw, but last time I looked early this morning, I was very busy at work today, that Santa Scott, his house unfortunately had burnt down on Saturday evening. Horrible, he lost his pets. But within 2 days, they are well over $100,000 of the Bucks County, as specifically more the lower Bucks County area.
Yeah.
Submitting or donating to this, which is quite amazing how much they have. We actually ran into Santa Scott in Disney in 2017, had no idea he was from our area, and he was amazing to the kids. He was on vacation, and he told the kids he was on vacation from the North Pole. So it was absolutely amazing. So prayers out to his family that they are thankfully okay. Sorry for their pets. Great events this weekend, Mayor. Good turnout. I went to the Snyder Fall Fling, and that was, I did quite a bit of shopping. So that's why my husband still makes me work. So it was a great event. It was a really nice, good weekend. 215th celebration for Bensalem Methodist. So Bensalem's a great place. So thank you.
Okay. Mr. Kisselback, do you have anything to add?
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to add a few items. I'd like to comment on the Imagination Land. It is one of the best playgrounds. Probably there'll be argument on that, but I always take my grandchildren when they visit from Maryland and come up. I always take them there. I think it's really a fun place, and I didn't think it was all that bad, but what do I know? But with the improvement of what you're saying, I'm sure it will be even nicer in the future. Hey, Friday night is Halloween. So don't forget, I already have your scary outfit on there, Phil. I see that. So, and I'm ready to go too, the same with me. So we got Friday night. We have November 4th is the election, but also a scary day, I guess, of sorts. November 4th, we have the election day. That's all day from 7 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the evening. So if you haven't had the opportunity to fill out those mail-in type opportunities of voting, you can be there in person, say hello to your local committee person, and get out and vote for whoever you would like to see in our office in Bensalem Township. Council meeting, next council meeting is November 10th. Veterans Day is close to my heart, November the 11th. Where we also have the opportunity of saluting our veterans from these different services. I see a serviceman right there from the Army. I'm more of a Navy guy myself, but my family has them all covered, from the Marines to the Air Force to the Marines, the Navy, the whole thing. So it's an important day to me. And then, as the mayor said, which December 13th, he's already talking about that. And the only thing I can say about the tree lighting is, don't be there at 5:01 because that tree will be lit and Santa will be on his way. 5 o'clock, make sure you're there on time and be there early. Thank you, Joe, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, again, thanks for all your comments. We've had a great year. We're finishing up, getting towards finishing up. It is important that you get out and vote November 4th. We have local and county and very important elections. So we'll see you then, and then November 10th is our next meeting, and that's about it. Have a nice Halloween, be safe, and we'll adjourn.